Hey there, welcome back. Today I have another review for you. This is the Bonsai tree, part of the Botanical Collection, and it's probably the most realistic set that I own. It has no features, no minifigs, and it costs 50 bucks. I believe it is retired, although I have seen it in some stores. Um, your mileage may vary there, but it has over 800 parts, and it's one of these display sets, so it's supposed to be a replica of a real bonsai tree. It does it really well. The pro about this version is that you don't have to like water it or keep it like, maintained. It's just gonna sit there and look awesome. And the set has another feature. Well, I guess it has one feature. We'll get to that later. But I'll give you 360 of it here. It's really nice, really nicely designed. It looks gorgeous, especially from this angle. Mine is actually missing a leaf. I'll get to that. And I got it used for 25 bucks, which is, to me, a great deal. It has a lot of parts. And it has two main, like, builds. This section here, the actual tree with the bin, calling that a bin, and the actual stand it's on. We'll take a look at the stand first, since this has no minifigs or anything. Take a look at this. Definitely the simplest part of the build. I heard online, I don't know where I heard this. It might have been M&R Productions, maybe. But I saw a review of this set, and something got mentioned where they said that this looks like a Kit Kat bar. I can't really unsee it now. It's a big brown like stand, like it's supposed to be like a replica of a wooden stand. And the way that you build this is actually pretty. It's pretty fun. It's pretty simple. It's got a lot of brown parts, and really you just there's like all these jumper parts, and you put them onto, like, you kind of layer them next to each other. It's kind of cool. It's definitely not the best part of the set, but it does look nice for sure. It gives it a nice presentation on the shelf for sure. But it's not I mean, it's a nice added bonus. It's really not anything too special. But what is special is the actual bonsai tree itself. It's actually sitting on this, like, bin. I'm calling it a bin. I don't know the name of this, but this black base, like, pot thing. I don't know what's called, but it's got a couple of tires on the bottom to help it to stay on the stand. But it actually houses 300 of these, like, little tile pieces. Let me see if I can get one out for you. It's a 1x1 round tile, and they're in these different colors. Hopefully you can see that. I'm gonna try to get one of each color out so you can see. Hopefully, maybe you can just see it here. I don't need to grab them, but yeah, you can see there's these different colors. You got like this light nougat, dark nougat, peach, and there's also a light green. And it's meant to be like, I guess, dirt. It looks kind of like rocks, but they're all spread in there. You can just dump them however you like in there, and they look good in there for sure. And it actually hides the connection to the tree, because this is actually pretty secure, the tree itself to the pot. And it looks really nice, and it stays, it's very secure. But I like the design of the tree. That's the main thing you're paying for, essentially, or you're wanting to build. And it looks really good. I'll go to the trunk first. You can see there's just a lot of detail with this thing. It's very cool. Lots of brown pieces, lots of slopes. There's these long kind of rope parts. You get two of them, and they kind of wrap around the tree. It's very nice. You got these trunk pieces as well, and it's really well built, and it looks really good with all the dark brown, and you got like light brown, and it flows really nicely together. You can see it's almost like this long continuous bend of a trunk. It's built really cool. If that makes any sense. There is a frog. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. There is a lot of frogs in this set. If you know, you know. But the only real movement of this is actually the tree, like the actual leaf parts. You can rotate these any way you want, which is all right. Also, you can actually move the leaves. That's right. You can move the leaves. But there's not much movement to this set. It's meant to be just a display set. Like, you're not supposed to play with it. Like a lot of the Lego sets that we've taken a look on the channel, this one has no feature. Well, I guess it has one feature, but it's not a play set, if you know what I mean. It's a display set. And yeah, it looks really good. I love the green leaves. Again, I'm missing a green leaf. It's right here. You can see the clip right there. It's just supposed to have one of these on there. But I think it looks fine without it. I'll try to get one at some point. But yeah, that's the main, this is the main, like, bonsai look. It's like with the dark green and the forest green, just the green of the leaves. It's very nice. There's actually another version, and it's actually easy to really swap these out. I'm gonna do that in a minute. But you actually get a Japanese cherry blossom look for these leaves, so you can change it up to a spring version of the bonsai if you want to. What's funny about this is it has a really lovely color scheme to this, because it's like white and pink, but you can probably tell, but all these pink pieces are essentially just frogs, and I think there's over 100 in this set, which is kind of insane. And you just put all these frogs all over this thing, and it makes it look from afar like leaves, which is really nice. And this is a much bigger build than the regular tree. And you'll see there's a Technic axle on each of these. And to swap it out, it's actually quite easy. You just take it, you pull it out like that, and you can take your cherry blossom leaf, stick it in there. Sometimes it doesn't want to work as well, so you got to be a little bit firm with it, because the Technic axles may be loose or they may not be, depends. But yeah, you can see this one is a little harder to get out. It's easy. It's Lego. You just put it back together. But if you do it all correctly, it should start to look something like this. So, one more thing. There's this one. This one goes at the top, and it hooks in right here. You can see there's a pin down, like a pin down in there, a rod. Just clip that in there. Hopefully this works. There we go. And now we've got a cherry blossom bonsai tree. It's very big. It's almost maybe too colorful. I definitely prefer this version to the normal bonsai tree. I just think it adds a lot more color, a lot more personality to this thing. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. But that's the feature. You just swap out the leaves. That's really the only feature. And then you can have these on the side. I prefer to keep these leaves in a separate location from the set, just because it clutters it. But yeah, look at that. It's very, very colorful. I've actually sticked some frogs on the side here, because I didn't know where these were supposed to go. I think I missed some spots. But yeah, it's really nicely designed. You can see just a bunch of flowers and dark pink, and you got the pink frogs and white leaves. And one more thing about this set, I found it really interesting. In the instructions, the designers said that all these leaf pieces are actually made from plants, which is, I don't know, I found that really kind of cool, because this is trying to be a plant replica, but most of the parts were made from plants, which I found just super cool. I don't know, it's very interesting to me. That's really it for the set. I mean, it's not really much of a review. I can't really say like anything bad. It's a great build. It's a lovely looking tree. I think it looks great either in the standard version or the cherry blossom version, which I prefer. You could even go wild and customize it yourself. I did want to compare a minifig to this. It's pretty big compared to a minifig, but compared to your hand, it's about the same size. Hit or miss, I just think it's a really nice, lovely build, and it'll definitely go good. Like if you have a desk or something that you need something cool to go on, this is probably a good option. And it's not too expensive. $50 is not too bad. That being said, the box makes it look bigger than it is. So if you see this set and you're wondering how big it is, it's actually a lot smaller than what is suggested. That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, if you're going to go buy this set, don't expect it to be huge. It's not a huge set, but it's very nice. It's a very pleasant set to look at. And that's part of the reason I got it. This is one of the only sets that I have that doesn't have a minifig. It's one of the few sets. I just wanted something different on my shelf, and this is definitely one of them. And this is technically a Karate Kid set. You could say, because it's, I don't know, it just reminds me of those films because of the whole, you know, bonsai tree myth. It's very important in those films. It's a big character. And I think this could be considered that, even though it's not branded under the Karate Kid license. Still, I just think it's really, really nice in either configuration. I'd like to see maybe an autumn version of this. Like, you could even just take these leaves and just swap them out for orange and yellow leaves. I think that would actually be better than both of these, but I'm not sure where you would find those parts and those colors. I don't know if Lego has those available, but that's about it. A good amount of parts, a great build, lovely product, I think, and something new for my collection. But that's about it for the bonsai tree. Nothing else much to say. I'm not, like, there's nothing I don't really like about it. Just pretty much a perfect little set. It's a very nice desktop model, for sure. It's a nice combo starter, right? That's about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I'm going to do one more video on this, a build thoughts, in the future, so stick around for that. And until then, I'll see you later. Let me know what you think about the bonsai tree, good and bad. Anything I can improve on, video-wise. Let me know. You're the best. Thank you for your support. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Take care.